Hello, friends. Welcome back. Today, I have a story for you. What is the absolute safest place in your world? It's your bedroom, right? The front door is locked. The lights are off. You're completely alone. But imagine scrolling on your phone right now, finding a random live video, and realizing you are watching a grainy stream of someone standing in the dark, looking directly at the back of your head. I want to introduce you to a guy named Liam. Liam was 24, and like a lot of us at that age, he was just trying to make rent. He lived in this cheap, isolated two-story rental on the outskirts of town. It was one of those houses where the floorboards screamed every time you took a step, and the nearest neighbor was a good half-mile down a poorly lit road. But it was cheap, and it was his. To pay the bills, Liam worked a remote job as a third-shift content moderator. Now, if you don't know what that is, let me explain. Big social media platforms and video sharing sites hire third-party contractors to watch flagged videos and decide if they violate the terms of service. Basically, Liam was the human shield between the dark corners of the internet and the normal users. He spent 8 hours a night staring at a glowing monitor in his upstairs office, wearing thick, heavy noise-canceling headphones, just clicking approve or delete on hundreds of videos. Most nights, it was just spam. Annoying, but harmless. It was a Tuesday night in November, around 2:30 a.m. Outside, it was pouring rain. You know that kind of heavy, relentless rain that just swallows up all the other sounds in the world? Yeah, that kind. Liam was 3 coffees deep, his eyes burning from the blue light of his monitors. He clicked on the next ticket in his queue. The flag category simply read, Unlisted Livestream, Suspicious Activity. The video popped up on his screen. It wasn't high definition. It was this really grainy, green-tinted night vision footage. The camera was shaky, clearly a cell phone being held by someone. For the first few seconds, Liam just saw the dashboard of a car. The windshield wipers were going back and forth, smearing the rain. Great, Liam muttered to himself. Another weird stalker stream. He hovered his mouse over the terminate button, ready to shut it down. But then, the person holding the camera stepped out of the car. The audio was terrible. Just the harsh, digital crinkle of rain hitting the microphone and the heavy, wet breathing of the person holding the phone. The camera panned up, looking down a long, paved driveway toward a house. Liam took his hand off the mouse. He leaned a little closer to the monitor. There was something familiar about this. The driveway was long, and right in the middle of it, under the glare of a distant street lamp, was a massive crack in the asphalt, shaped exactly like a lightning bolt. Liam's heart did a strange, painful flutter in his chest. His driveway had a crack like that. The landlord had promised to fix it for 6 months, but never did. Liam let out a nervous little laugh. Come on, he whispered to the empty room. It's just a coincidence. There are a million busted driveways in the world. He watched the screen as the streamer slowly walked up the driveway. The green-tinted night vision made everything look sick and distorted. The person approached the front porch. The camera tilted down to look at the steps. Sitting on the bottom step was a dead, brown-potted fern in a cheap plastic blue pot. Liam stopped breathing. His mom had given him that fern when he moved in. He forgot to water it, and it died 3 weeks ago. He had moved it to the bottom step, meaning to throw it away, but he kept forgetting. He stared at the stream. On the top left corner of the video player, in bright red letters, was the word live. This wasn't a recording. This wasn't a joke. Someone was standing on his front porch. Right now. Panic is a funny thing. You always think you'll act like an action hero when it happens, but Liam didn't. He completely froze. He was locked in his chair, staring at the monitor. His noise-canceling headphones still clamped tight over his ears, piping total silence into his head. On the screen, the camera pointed down at the welcome mat. It was a stupid custom mat his friends got him that said, "Go away." The streamer's hand reached into the frame. It was wearing a black leather glove. The hand reached under the right corner of the mat, felt around, and pulled out a small silver key.